Now, some people, if they have money, they buy a house. Some other people just decide to rent a house. يستأجرون. So what are the advantages and disadvantages of renting a house? The next question, we'll skip it. Your views on fox hunting. We'll skip this question. The other two questions, a few famous people you would like to have dinner with, whether those famous people are from history or famous people right now, like Kazim Sahir, or one of the famous singers, or one of the famous artists in the world. Which one do you like to have a dinner with? And how to reduce pollution. Pollution means the dirtiness that is out there in the weather. Do you hear me? Your voice is a little bit far.
No.
Okay, now it's better. Now, I'll give you a minute to talk about each one of these questions. When you hear the alarm goes off, you stop talking and we move to the next question. Deal?
Okay. Yeah.
Just like the regular exercise. Okay, now tell me about a foreign city you would like to visit, like Moscow, Paris, Venice in Italy, Barcelona in Spain, Madrid, or Munich, or Sydney. Any one of these cities that you like to visit. I would like you to tell me more details about it, when you started thinking of visiting it, and why do you like to visit it. But remember, Fatima, the question is to help you talk for a minute. So please, 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 do not give me a short answer.
Okay. I would like to visit Switzerland because they have good natural. Also, I want to visit all the city on the world, but it's a dream. So I thinking sometime to make a company or traveling to visit all the city on the world. I like to introduce a new cultural of city, like what's ثقافات,
Cultures.
cultures, yes, and introduce to new people, and I went to see what I not see in the my country, because the world have contain many things or many details.
Wonderful. Okay, now I would like you to tell me again. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, just a quick review. What we are going to do is, when you answer me in a minute, I will take notes of what you say, and then I will give you feedback. Feedback يعني تصحيح أو معالجة. Okay? After I give you feedback, I will ask you the question again, and I want you to answer me back the same answer, but with the changes. Now, in English, there's a difference when we say a country in Arabic and in English. For example, in Arabic we say Switzerland. In English we say Switzerland. In English we say.
Yes. I see that on the writing or.
Okay, in English we say Switzerland, and the person who lives in Switzerland is a Swiss. Okay, now the second thing is that the world is different from word. Word يعني كلمة. World يعني العالم. هذه الكلمات اللي فوق world.
World. World. World. World. World. World.
Okay. Okay, Fatima?
Okay.
Now, deal. I want you to say the answer again to my question. My question is, tell me about a foreign city you would like to visit. Repeat your answer, but with the correct pronunciation. I'm sorry, I forgot something here. Now, nature is الطبيعة. Nature هي الطبيعة. Natural هي الصفة، يعني شيء طبيعي. فإحنا بنتحدث عن سويسرا نقول because of the nature, not because of the natural. Natural هي الصفة. Nature هي البيئة أو الطبيعة. I like to go to Switzerland because of the nature. I love the nature of Switzerland. That's why I like to go there. I need to learn about the culture and the cultures of the world. You have 59 seconds to answer the question again. Begin.
Okay. I would like to visit Switzerland. I went to say the nature and the culture of the city. Also, I would like to visit other city on the world. I went to introduce to new people, new culture, and
Cultures.
culture.
Culture. Culture.
Culture. Okay. Also, I will traveling on the ship and traveling on the train. And,
Okay. Now let's move to the next question. Our next question is, how do you go from your house to your school? Tell me in details how you spend the beginning of the day, how you wake up, how and what you do after you wake up, what time you wake up, and how do you travel or commute. Commute يعني تنتقل بالباصات العمومية or with one of your friends from your house and where you live to where you work. Begin.
okay, I will go to my work on the taxi from the house to the work. Every day I wake up at 6 hours a.m. and just change my clothes and make some prepare to things I will take with me and eat breakfast. Sometime on the home and sometime I cannot. I am just late, so I will take that food from the home to the work and think and the route take 13 minutes from the house to the work.
Okay.
Okay.
There are three things that I need to give you feedback on. احنا بالعراقي نقول الساعة 6 بس هذا ما نترجمها مباشرة نقول 6 hours. We have to say 6 a.m.
Okay.
You say 7 a.m. So I wake up at 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. or 5 a.m. It depends. But we do not say 6 hours. We say 6 hours for the whole period. Like, how much time do you spend reading? I spend about 6 hours a day reading. Now, this is how we use 6 hours. But in general, we do not say 6 hours. We only say 6 a.m., 5 a.m., 4 a.m., 3 a.m.
Sorry about this mistake because previously you nailed that.
Okay. The other confusion or الإرباك that we have is 13 minutes. I am sure it is not 13 minutes. It's 30 minutes, 30. So
Yeah.
30, not 13. أعتقد أنت قصدتي 30 دقيقة مو؟
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now, if you mean 13, that is 13. 30 is 30. There is a little bit of difference here. And the last word that I have is not to. هذه كلمة breakfast, Fatima. We say breakfast. We never say breakfast in English. We say only breakfast. Okay, we say breakfast. Now the word breakfast لها قسمين, compound word اللي هي break و fast. بس هاي كلمة fast من تندمج تفقد خاصية التجديد مالتها, يروح على بداية الكلمة. بنقول breakfast, not breakfast. Breakfast.
Breakfast. Okay.
Deal?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I will ask you the question again. I want you to tell me about your daily routine, starting from waking up to the point you arrive at work. Begin.
Okay. I will spend more money at the weekend if I will go to the shopping or if I will go to the resistance. So sometimes I spend too much money without any arrangement on the budget. Sometimes, what I am doing, so I will thinking about that. So I will say myself spend more money for thinking not I need it. It's sometimes I spend my money on the clothes more from the food. Sometimes I spend on details I love.
Okay. هذا الصوت حتى يضيف لك ضغط نفسي زيادة. Okay.
No, I love that test.
Okay. هسه نجي النقاط ضعف اثنين جديدة حددناهم, راح نعالجهم ونستمر. بالعراقي احنا دائما نواجه مشاكل باللغة الإنجليزية باللفظ خاصة. بعض الكلمات ما متعودين على لفظهم, فنتصور انهم لا نتصور بالانجليزي هي طبقتين, طبقة اللفظ وطبقة الكتابة اللي هي يسموها orthography والpronunciation. بالعربي الطبقات هاي طبقة واحدة عندنا اللي هي طبقة الكتابة, انه احنا الصوت هو مطابق للكلام المكتوب الا بعض الحالات الاستثنائية. عندنا باللغة العربية 3 مقاطع ساكنة يسموها مقاطع صوتية ساكنة عنقودية, أو إحنا نسميها cluster sounds. المختصين يعرفون أنا على شنو دا أتحدث. بالكلام باللغة الإنجليزية إحنا صحيح نكتب clothes و clothes, مو هيك نكتبها, أو كلمة months, بس بالكلام ما يلفظن هيك. الكلمة اللفظ مثل كلمة قريب close. سمعيها شلون حتلفظ.
clothes, 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 clothes.
الكلمة الثانية نفس الحالة. The same situation is applied here. Now we say months, months. We do not say months or clothes. No, we simply say close or months.
months, 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 months.
Clear?
Okay.
Okay. Now, how much money do you spend? How much money you spent last weekend? How much money you spent last weekend? Now, I want you to talk a little bit about details here. So, where you spend the money, how you spend it, who you spend it with, where did you get this money from? All the details that are related to this particular question. Begin.
Okay, I will spend my money at the weekend or when I go to the shop, to the clothes,
Close.
uh,
Close.
clothes,
Mhm.
yeah, clothes. Sometime when I go to the resistance, I went to
You go to the
eating
resistance.
some meal.
What let's just stop here. Let me pause the timer. You go to the resistance. What do you mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean by resistance here?
No, مطعم
Okay.
resist.
اكو فرق بين اللي يروح للمقاومة واللي يروح للمطعم. Resistance هي المقاومة. Okay.
Okay.
Restaurant هو
Resistance.
rest جاي من كلمة rest. Restaurant. Okay. هذا اللي هو مطعم وهذا يعني كلمة معروفة جدا. Restaurant. Okay. How much money did you spend on the restaurant bills last week?
22.
That's not a lot of.
Sometime
That's not a lot of money. Okay. Do you hear me?
Can you repeat the question?
The question that I have right now is how much money you spent last weekend total. Last weekend. So we're talking about last week. I'm sorry. We're talking about last week.
Okay. I not make a new total about what's total of the money I spend on the weekend, but sometime I spend my money without any accounting about that. When I go out the house and go to the mall or shopping or anything, I spend my money. Sometimes I make to make a budget about that, so I must stay on the home to not make so much money, because if I am go out the house, I will spend my money about think I not went to it, or I bring to my house many details or many things I thinking after that, or I am bring to the house. I not needed that, but just I like it or I love it.
Okay.
So
Okay. Our next question is, I would like you to tell me about what you like and dislike about the area that you live in Baghdad. So
I don't like that.
Well,
love
there are a few things that you like about this city, and there are a few things that you dislike about this city. I want you to spend 30 seconds talking about the good things and 30 seconds about the bad things. But remember, We only have 1 minute to talk, so you need to talk more, a lot of details with limited time. Begin.
Okay, I like education on the Baghdad sometime. Also, I like, or I see that it's a good place to work on the Baghdad near from company or any company you or any person you want to work on. It's near that work. Also, there is everything you needed. You can find on it because when you go fire from the city, you cannot find every detail.
Okay. Now, there are two things that I like to highlight here. The first one is when you go far, not fire. When you go far, not fire from the city. And the second is everything, not everything, not everything. We talked about this before.
Yeah.
So everything. Next question is, what are some of your ambitions for the future?
I will have more ambition. I want to make it, or I make plan to يحقق
Achieve, accomplish.
achieve that. So sometimes I make notes I must make to the future and write that on the paper. Sometimes I make on the day what I want to. What's my ambition? I want to make it. I will do more thing on this time. Every detail I want to do it. I will go to make that. But to the future, I have many details. Inshallah, I will achieve that.
Okay. Now, actually, you did not tell me any details about the ambitions. Can you give me an example of one of your ambitions for the future?
I want to study PhD. I want to traveling to the world. I will work on something I love it very much. I will make a photo for every place on the world. Many details. I ambition to achieve that.
Okay. Lovely. Now, the next question that I have for you is what? Oh, sorry, I am not skipping this question. How many children you would like to have in the future? This is very specific and personal question, but you know, we always expect people to ask us this type of question. So I like you to enlighten me about this kind of question. Do you like to answer it? Do you like to answer it, or we can skip it?
Yes, I make a plan about this question. So when person ask me about that, I answer. I lovely to have 3 or 4 children,
Mm-hmm.
2 boys and 2 girls,
Mm-hmm.
or 2 girls and 1 boy.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I say that number is good
Mm-hmm.
to make a family with responsibility or with good life, and make every detail or everything you needed it.
Mm-hmm.
But when a family is bigger from that or smaller, I sometimes I not like that.
Well,
So
do you prefer to have a big family or a small family?
middle,
Can you say it again?
uh, middle,
Oh, like what do you mean middle?
middle or middle. What's up?
Oh, okay. So you're trying to have a small family, or maybe a kind of 50-50.
Yeah, yeah. I like every brother have sister and every sister has brother.
Okay.
It's good and very lovely that
Okay.
when brother needed everyone.
Okay. Lovely. Now, since this is very important question, let's move to our next question here. Our next question is what you will do if you win a lot of money in the future? What are you going to
Uh,
do if you win a lot of money in the future?
Sometimes I think about this question. If I have a lot of money, I will need it special people or people you needed to live on the world in the good life, because you cannot obtain money in easy way. Sometimes I will go to traveling. Sometimes I will plan to open my special business from me. Um, I make different plan if I will have a lot of money. Um, Sometimes I thinking about my family, brother, sister, near people, friends, or people I don't know. It's to help.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, so are you if you win a lot of money, are you going to buy things here in Iraq or decide to go abroad and study and buy a house somewhere else and leave this country?
I say if any person have a lot of money, you can do everything you dream on it, or you want to make. I think I sometimes I thinking about buy a house or buy car
Mhm.
or study outside the Iraq. Sometimes um, I plan to make things different.
Okay, let's move to our next question. Now you're doing so much better. I can see that you're not making that many grammar mistakes here because we're learning from every exercise. The next question is, what souvenirs a tourist to your country should take home? Now, the question is, we live in Iraq and we have some tourists coming. Well, actually, we get a lot of tourists, not tourists, but maybe this kind of thing be switched soon in the future. Um, so, what kind of souvenirs do you recommend for the American or Canadian tourists to take or buy from the Iraqi market and take it back home with them?
Um, I previously make many silver earn
Souvenirs.
Sofa.
Souvenirs.
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 Souvenirs. Souvenirs.
Souvenirs.
Yeah.
Souvenirs. Okay. I bring something that's from a place I visited at the first time, and save that on my room. I like and love to make memory about that place I visited. So sometimes I bring porridge.
A tower.
Tower, yeah, a tower or tower of tower real I visited. Sometime I bring another thing I have in the room. That's memory about that. Like لوحة.
A painting.
Painting, yes. You memory from Suleimania, like when I visited. I like that type of
Souvenir. Souvenirs. Yeah.
Souvenir.
Lovely. Why is it fantastic to live in a big city? By the way, do you like to live in a big city or in a small city, and why? 1 minute.
Sometime when I thinking to live in a big city, it is good for a person have education or and you want to work on different or you search about company to work on it in the big city, but in the small city you cannot find every work, every education. Sometimes it is good, sometimes it's not good. When you live in big city, very noise, very strong when you're traveling. Sometimes I see that sometimes it have advantage and disadvantage when a person live in big city.
Okay, I love your answer. I think this is one of the best answers for this question that I received from you. It is really beautiful, and this is a very fantastic and great answer because you talked about the advantages and disadvantages, which is something that every academic person should follow. I would like you to tell me about the last time you felt exhausted. Begin.
Just
Very tired.
okay. The last month I felt very tired from thinking from what's to the future, what I will do a new plan. When I thinking too much, I will feel exhausted. Exhausted. Okay. And tired from thinking, not just tired from work or just tired when I reading. So I will try to
reduce
that. So I make a new plan to make sports on the home and
Okay. The advantages and disadvantages of being a farmer. A farmer means what?
Yeah,
What's the meaning of
مزارع.
Yes, okay. So what are the advantages and disadvantages of being a farmer? You have 1 minute.
I like this type of work because
You like to be a farmer? That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. What are the advantages and disadvantages of a farmer?
Advantage, you can eating every thing you يزرع.
Plant.
Yes. Plant it, and you cannot you not must to go to the shopping and bring the it, so it's good. And disadvantage, it is hard work needed, and I
Care.
yes, care and every day give money, give
Okay. Next question is a picture or a photo you always like.
What's meaning of that picture? I take it, or what's?
Let's say a painting that you have or you like, that you always watch or keep it very close to you.
I like picture of nature, or memory to something.
Memorize.
In my room, I bring many picture, and that's mean to me high. Sometimes I like to يعلق,
to hang
certificate or some detail that encourage me, or that make a new ajwa to me. So I like this type of picture. Every place
so it changes your mood.
Yeah, change your mood. So I like that in my I make that on the office work and in my room and in my house. I like this type of picture.
The next question, I'll skip 2 questions here. The advantage, well, let me rephrase this question. Is it good to rent a house or buy a house in Baghdad?
Can you repeat this question, please?
Is it better to rent a house or buy a house? يعني الأفضل تأجرين بيت لو تشترين بيت.
It's good to buy a house because when you make a new budget about the rent a house, you spend more money. But when you buy a house, it is good. Sometimes I think when a person not live long time on the city, you can rent a house, not buy the house, or you can buy a house and rent a house, and when you leave the city and go another place. So it is sometimes good to idea.
Okay. The next question is a famous person you like to have a dinner with.
I not care about.
No, you have to care. But if you say I don't care, that means you'll give me a short answer. I like you to give me a long answer for this type of question. So choose that person, just for sake of the answer to the question. You have about 45 seconds left.
Okay. If I went to say famous people like on the movies, I say it, and I like the film of he or she. I don't like policy or the people related to the government. So I don't like this type of people. I like so another people I
Invite
met
me
now.
for
It's
invite me for dinner. I'm a famous person. Okay.
inshallah.
First of all, you're gonna have a very good conversation with me, and I guarantee you, I remember a lot of famous people's quotes, so I can help you with that. Okay, the last question that I have before we finish the conversation here,
Okay.
how to reduce pollution in Iraq.
Pollution.
تلوث
Pollution.
تلوث.
Okay. Sorry. You must plant يزرع
Okay, plant.
plants. You يعني أشجار or
Trees.
trees. Yes, trees. And every people you must clear what's make that pollution. Sometimes when I say that people take out or يعني يرمي
Throw away. Throw away.
throw away. Okay, throw away when you finish food or when you drink water on the cups or bottle. You stay that on the place and not uh, make on the recycle bin. So it's, the wrong away or that's increase the pollution, not reduce that. I think if the government make غرامات
fees
yes fees to the people you throw out the recycle bin on the place it is good away because every city on the world that make that method so the people now it is the that's not correct away when you throw that's recycled on the place you sit down or on the work on the house you must say every place you sit down or like a house you must save the nature clear and beautiful. I that's question make me excused or
exhausted.
I exhaust. Yes, I don't like this because every day I say that on the road, on the work, on the
road.
Yeah. Also, the people have high education, and you know what's correct and not correct, but sometimes not يدرك or
realize.
about
Realize.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So I needed or I see you must
Okay, sorry. Okay, wonderful.
Okay.
Now, I love how much conversation you spoke. I love when you spoke a lot. This is something very positive. It is just a sign that your English is becoming better and healthier when you speak more. So I'll give you another chance for another 2 hours class, because today is a little bit 1 hour class because I feel a little bit tired. So I couldn't manage to have a 1 hour and a half. So starting from our next meeting, we'll definitely have about 2 hours of training.
Okay.